Hi there, my name is Terry Smith. I'm the owner of Adorable Deco Decor, where we make and sell beautiful wreaths and other types of home decor. And we also teach others to make their own designs and help them sell it as well. Today I'm going to show you an easy way to dress up an ordinary Easter Bunny door hanger. And this is going to be a real simple design, and likely once you have the base, you could go ahead and use up some of your scraps that you have lying around your shop. And it's really a cute way to make a unique door hanger for yourself, or to make for gifts or selling even. What we're going to need is a simple angel vine bunny frame. And you can get these at Hobby Lobby. If you have a wholesale license, there's several available on the wholesale sites in a variety of styles. And really, if you wanted to, you could even make one. It'd be real easy. You just have to join a couple of wreaths of different sizes, and then just shape the ears, or you could actually even use your imagination, get some of those pre-made bunny ears. That'd be cute. I've seen some white ones out available for sale that you could put up here. But anyway, we need this as our base. And then you need whatever choice of ribbon you want to use. I've chosen 3 different 1.5 inch ribbons in kind of spring Easter colors, and I chose them based on the tulips that I had laying around. And we'll make the bow here in a minute. I've got a variety of greenery. There again, just scraps laying around that I had. I've already used part of this bush for another design, and I always want to have more than one color of greenery, just to give it some variety and make it look more like it would in nature. And I've got these 2, and then I've got this other, this is just some boxwood, and I think this is like a parsley type. I'm not really sure what that is. But anyway, this is available at Hobby Lobby. Both of these I got from wholesalers, but you can choose whatever's available to you. And then I also had some tulips that I wanted to use, and there again I chose the tulips first, and then I matched the ribbon to it. You can do vice versa. If you have a ribbon you really want to use, then go find you some flowers that'll match. But anyway, I like the purple and the hot pink. And you know, I know a lot of people like pastels for Easter, but I've always been more of a bright and cheery kind of person. I like colors that pop, but you can use whatever color you like. And then I thought, with all the colors going on, we might need something just to kind of tone it down just a little bit. So I chose this white flower just to give it just a little bit, like I said, just kind of tone it down, kind of break up the bright colors a little bit. So then you're also going to need a pipe cleaner. That's what we're going to use to tie our bow, a pair of scissors, and zip ties, or if you wanted to, you could just use some floral wire, or again, more pipe cleaners, and then some wire cutters. And I've also got my hot glue just in case we need it, but I don't know that we will. So, okay. So first off, let's get everything off to the side here. And first off, I'm just going to make a little sandwich of flowers and greenery that we're going to attach here, and that's going to be the base of our arrangement. And we'll go ahead and get our tulips. And I know I want to use this greenery. I don't know which one of these or both that I'll use, so I'm going to start off with just this. This is just called a broadleaf bush. I'm not sure what kind of leaf it is, but I like it because it has a little bit of variegation in the colors, and it kind of helps with the white, and there again to brighten it up just a little bit. And I've already kind of measured this out. I know that I don't want it too big. I don't want it overpowering. I don't want to lose the shape of my bunny. And I'd already kind of measured this out, and I got these stems, and I'm not going to use the whole stem, but my thinking is I'm going to trim off a length here, and then we'll use the rest of it for fillers after we get everything all put together. So I'll show you what I mean by that. And let me zoom in just a little bit here for you so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I hope you can hear just fine. We've got the heater going on in the background. Here in Indiana, it decided it was going to turn wintertime again. I'm just going to cut off probably three more of these stems, and then we'll add 2 if we need to. And like I said, I'm just going to, and I do pretty much all my stems like this. I hardly ever leave a stem or a bush as is and just put it in a design. I usually am, in fact, when I'm looking for something to buy, I'm looking to see how I can take it apart, what all kinds of uses I could have for it. So we're going to start with that. And like I said, I'd already kind of measured this out, and this is about all the farther I want this to extend. I don't want it way out here, so it's going to be out of proportion for our bunny. I think it's going to look cuter if we just have a little bit of greenery right out through here. So let me kind of place this, and then this is going to be the outside of our design. And then we can put the bunny off to the side and make it kind of even. Doesn't have to be exact, but I want it kind of even on both sides. Okay, get him out of the way there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to secure these 2 together, because I know right now that's how light I want my arrangement to be. I'll just go ahead and connect it with a zip tie. You might think this is a little bit wasteful. Why not go ahead and bunch a whole bunch of them together, so you're not using as many zip ties. But the problem with that is if you bundle too many of these together, they're not going to stay attached. They're going to slide out. So I kind of piecemeal it together for that reason. Okay, now I'm going to put a couple of more here. Put one down like that. If I put one here, I'm going to put one over here just to kind of offset it. I don't want this to be gigantic. Okay, I'm going to need one more of the stem. No, actually, I'm going to need 2 more, which will work out just right, because that's how many more I have left on this bush. It's just me. I always like that sound, that little pop. Kind of crazy, I guess. Okay, I'm going to kind of space it like this, and we can rearrange it when we get it all together. I'm going to take a zip tie. I'm going to tie this together now. Like I said, I don't want too many stems in my sections. If I can get a hold of it here. There we go. Now on this one, I'm going to connect it on either side. One thing that you might want to grab when you're getting your supplies together too, I forgot to mention, is a pair of needle nose pliers. I use those a lot in my wreath making and floral arranging, because sometimes you just can't hardly grab a hold of things and pull them as tight as you want to. And they really help you too to Like say you've got something that you've got a grapevine that you're working on and you just can't get that pipe cleaner to go through. Take your needle nose pliers and stuff them in there the opposite direction and grab a hold of it. It's just like an extra pair of fingers. Fingers that don't get hurt going through the grapevine. So, okay. Now we'll kind of arrange these the way we want them. Okay, kind of like that. Now we'll start adding our flowers. I'm just going to cut off a few stems of each color. We'll just kind of place those where I want them. And kind of pay attention when you're putting your flowers in. For example, see how that one's kind of drooping down just a little bit? Can you see that? I wouldn't want to put it up here because then I'm going to have more trouble keeping it to where I want it. So I'll just go ahead and let that kind of droop down just naturally, just right there. This one's a nice good straight one, so we'll put them up there. And see how some of these flower heads are variegated with the color. There's a little bit of white on the tip of this, and there's not on this bush or this stem. I've got the white on this one, so I'm going to put it opposite over here. Okay. Now this one, we got a flower head that's a little bit misshapen. All I got to do is reshape it here. I always like to do that as I'm going, not waiting until the whole design is done and then trying to go back and fix everything. And we might end up going ahead and gluing it if it doesn't work out the way I want it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, take this opportunity. Whoops, one thing I forgot to tell you. Let's take this up here, this greenery, up here to the end. Got talking and wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Okay. Gather all these together. Make sure they're relatively even, and I don't want them to extend beyond my greenery. I want the greenery as a backdrop. All right, we'll get another zip tie. Slide that underneath. Tighten it down. We're not going to worry about all these extra stems right now. See what I'm talking about right here where it kind of hangs over. We'll worry about those later. Okay, now I'm going to add just a little bit of the pink. I might just add one each of those for right now. I might add more later. Let's see. This bush has been kind of mangled. I'm looking for a good bunch here. There we go. They get abused when they're sitting in there with all those flowers. You'll pull them out, and some of them will be missing flower heads, and some of them will be all smashed and misshapen. That's okay. We can always fix them. Okay, I think I will go ahead and add 2 more pink tulip bunches here. Let's see. There again, I'm struggling to find a good set of heads on this bush. Here we go. Okay, we'll put this down here. And this right like this. All right, and get another zip tie. We're just kind of making a sandwich of all this. And once you get the general layout, then you'll be able to arrange them. Everything's on a wired stem, so you'll be able to arrange this just the way you want it. I think I want these guys out just a little bit farther than what I got them right now. There we go. All right, now we'll tighten those down. Make sure when you're pulling on this, you don't point those pliers towards your face. I have had it come off before, and luckily I kept my front teeth. So just be careful. Now, who said wreath making and floral arranging wasn't dangerous? Okay, all right, so that's what we have right now. We just have a little sandwich. Okay, now I'm going to wait right now to put my white flowers in, I believe. I'm going to put those in later after I get my bow attached. And let's go ahead and make our bow. I'm going to set this off to the side. And I'm going to back up just a little bit so I make sure you see me here. Whoops. Get back there. Okay. All right. Like I said, I chose 3 ribbons based on the colors that I'd chosen. And, you know, my colors are a little bit darkish. So I'm needing something to make that bow stand out against the background. So I think I'm going to use this hot pink as the background. And then we'll put this, and then we'll put our darkest ribbon on the very front where it'll be visible. You know what? I say that out loud. I'm going to change that. I'm going to put this ribbon, the crisscross kind of plaidish color ribbon, because it has the bright green. That'll make it pop. The reason I changed my mind, I don't want 2 patterns together. I want to break it up. I want to put a solid in between. And this is just going to be a real simple bow. I'm not going to make anything fancy, because there again, we've got a small frame. I don't want to overpower him. I want you to be able still to look at him until it's a bunny. Okay. All right. Set that off to the side there. Like I said, we're going to do this. All right. And I always make my ribbon tails or my bow tails just a little bit long to start with, because it's easier. I mean, there's fixes for everything, but it's easier if you just keep it a little bit long to start with. And let me bring my bunny back up here. Actually, I'm going to bring this back up here. Let me bring this back up here just so I can kind of judge. I don't want to cover all my flowers. So that's all the bigger we're going to make this bow. Okay. Now this is not a double-sided ribbon, so I'm going to have to twist my bow, or twist my ribbon, I mean. Okay, make sure that you got equal sides. See? We'll come back to the middle, and we're going to twist it again so that the right side is shining or showing out. If you have any problems making bows, I do have a tutorial on how to make this exact type of bow on my blog, and I'll try to remember to put the link to it. And then I've got some other posts that I'm going to do. If you've got an easy bow, or if you have a pro bow, I've also got some tutorials for those. Okay. First rule, get a lot of ribbon out. That's just going to make it a lot easier. Okay, we're going to put our tail there. Now this is double-sided ribbon. We wouldn't necessarily have to twist it, but I'm just in the habit of doing it, so I'm going to do it. And notice as I'm making my bow, I'm letting it kind of slide here toward the palm of my hand. If you try to hold it out towards your index finger and your thumb, the tip of your thumb, it's going to be very difficult and your fingers are going to start cramping. Okay, there again. Measure to make sure your loops are equal. Okay. All right, then we've got this polka dot ribbon we're going to put on the top. And you can also find, if you just can't get bows or get down the how to make the bows, there's several available on Etsy for sale. But I say just keep on practicing. I mean, that's all it takes. I mean, do I make a perfect bow every time? No. It just takes practice. Okay. All right, and while we have it here, we'll go ahead and kind of arrange our bow loops the way we want it. Like I said, this is not a big bow. It's just something real simple that's going to serve its purpose. There you go. Okay. All right, then we'll get our pipe cleaner. I'm just going to slide that back behind, and you'll see it coming out of my index finger there, in between my index finger. Okay. Twist that. You guys, I just looked up and my Facebook signal's on. Am I on Facebook? I didn't think I was. I must have pushed the wrong button, guys. I had no idea. Well, heck, let me get my phone. I didn't even get my phone because I didn't know I was on Facebook. I was just recording a tutorial. Let me see if I can get that you guys pulled up. Good grief. I sure am, Ive. You guys, what a dingbat. Okay, well, heck. There's Deborah and Margaret, Darlene, Carla, and Gwendolyn, Carolyn. Yeah, Carolyn, I had no idea I was on. I thought I was just recording a tutorial. Oh, goodness sakes. I was just telling somebody at work just a couple of days ago, I have plenty of blonde moments. Oh, heck. Hi, Susan. Okay, well, so we'll keep going, guys. I hope I didn't say anything untoward that, like I said, I thought I could go back and edit this video, but we'll keep going. Only thing I can figure is I pushed the wrong button. And I didn't even look to see why I'm on the right page. Am I on my business page? Yes, I am. Okay. All right. Okay, now we've got our bow made. You guys, that's going to throw me off now. Crazy, crazy. I'm just getting my bow tails all arranged the way I want them. No, I looked up and I saw that there's the Facebook symbol, and I'm like, holy cow. Okay, now, so we've got our sandwich. And now I'm just going to take my bow, join it on there. I tell you, that was the weirdest feeling. Oh, goodness sakes. They tell you on Facebook, they're always hollering at you, make sure you be yourself. Well, I am. I'm just a little bit of a dingbat every now and then. Okay. All right. So that's what we have so far. And I still have my pipe cleaners back here. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to join it to my bunny head right now. I've got my bow just a little bit off center from where I want it. I'm going to move it just a bit. Okay. And you don't want to make the pipe cleaners, you don't want to twist it too much because then your bow and your floral arrangement's not going to be good and secure against the bunny. So maybe you guys can answer me. Has anybody been to Hobby Lobby? Oh, thank you, Carolyn. Thank you so much. Yeah, Lori, I'm early because I didn't know I was live. I was just making a tutorial. I was going to go live later today. I have to. I won a box of goodies that I was going to open. I was going to show everybody. I have no idea what's in this box. I thought that it was just a box of supplies that had arrived that I'd forgotten. But I've been working and getting home late, and so I didn't open it yet. But then I saw who it was from, and I realized it was something I'd won, so I can't wait to see what's in it. Just trying to get my bow loops where I want them here. There we go. Okay, so that's what we have so far. You guys probably thought I was being rude to start with. I wasn't saying hi to anybody. Oh, goodness. My husband's going to love that. It's like classic Terry. I do things like this all the time at home. Okay. All right, so that's what we have so far. Okay. And see, even as small as the flower bunch is that we started with, you can see it pretty much fills up that. If we'd have made it much bigger, let me get out of the way so you can kind of see. If we'd have made it much bigger, then we would have covered the bunny's head, and you wouldn't really be able to, all you'd see is these two ears sticking up and a little bit down here. So, but now he looks like he's a bunny. Okay. Now, I'm going to turn him toward me, and I'm going to decide if I want to put any of those white flowers or any more greenery in him. Let's try it out here. And I got this, I'm not really sure what this is called. This is a bush from Hobby Lobby. And looking at it, I don't like the greenery at all. I don't like the leaves. And of course I get a phone call. See, I hadn't even silenced my phone because I didn't know I was live. But I don't like that greenery at all. It looks pretty plasticky and it's pretty harsh when I lay it against the colors of the bunny. So I don't plan on using the greenery at all. But I just want a little short piece of this just to decide if I'm going to use this to kind of brighten it up just a little bit. Just going to kind of stick it in here for right now. I think I like the white. I think it adds just a little bit of contrast in all the color, and it also kind of helps bring off the white here and the white in the polka dot ribbon there. So, all right, let me cut off. I think I'll probably put 3 sprigs on both sides. And for this, I'm just going to glue them in. Probably have to cut the stems down just a little bit shorter. And there again, I'm not going to use the greenery. Let's see, so I need 2 more. Okay. All right. Oh, Carolyn says she likes the white there too. I haven't been to Hobby Lobby. I've been trying not to go this year. So far, I haven't gone this year to Hobby Lobby, which they're probably, I mean, I was there like at least every day, several times a week, sometimes a few times a day. But I'm trying to work with what I have here at home right now. So, okay, now I'm just going to take a few of these greenery sprigs and just kind of glue them in there. I'll cut this down just a little bit here. I was saying just the other day, I need to move my glue pot just a little bit closer over here. I don't know why I don't do that. Okay, I just want the white just kind of peeking out there. I think I'll put a piece up here, and I'll probably put a piece underneath in here. There we go. I like that white there. Okay. All right, one more piece. Like I said, I'm going to put it down there or back there. And I'm going to have a little bit longer stem because I want him to kind of hang out here a little bit longer than the greenery. Okay. Now, I really wanted to go Hobby Lobby last night. I was off work now for a few days. And I was trying to think of what all I had at home that I could work with, but I resisted the urge and I kept on driving. It helped that it was snowing too, so yeah, it turned winter here again here in Indiana. Okay. Let's see, bring it a little bit in here. I'm just gluing that right in between the greenery there. And I like to use a Gorilla Glue so far. I've never had any problem with it. And only time I've had things come off is when I've tried to make them come off. You know, so I've been going through my wreath graveyard, if you guys have seen it. I've done a few of them live, but if you ever want, you know, you glued things in and you want to undo it, all you gotta do is take your hot, you know, hair dryer. You want to be sure that whatever you're putting it on isn't going to melt, but just take a hair dryer and kind of worry it off, and it comes right off. So it might take some time, but yeah, I swear by Gorilla Glue. I've used some others and I just didn't like them as well. I didn't have as good a luck. All right, let me just make a space down in here. Okay. Yeah, there's what we got so far, guys. Oh, Joanne's wanting to know where I got my glue pen. I got mine on Amazon, and you know, I put a link to it in one of my blog posts, and when I did that, I looked and the reviews were not very good. I don't know why. I've had that at least 2 years, and I've used it and abused it. But I don't know why anybody would have any problems with it. I love it. It took me a while to get into the using the glue pen, but one time I went to a retreat that Julie Samaco had down in South Carolina, and that's all we had. And that's the first time I'd ever had it or ever used a glue pot, and it really makes a huge difference. I don't get burnt like I used to. I mean, the glue gets hot, but it's not, you can control the temperature. But I swear by it. Plus, I think it helps me work faster. So anyway, that's what we have, guys. Isn't he cute? Now what I'm thinking, I need to put something a little bit right here. Maybe. I could put just a little bow right here, or a flower. But I don't think the tulips would look good. I might do that later. But anyway, now I'm going to trim my ribbons here to the size that we want. There again, I want the bottom of the bunny to be able to be seen. And we'll just dovetail them. And a dovetail. Sorry guys, I know a lot of you guys have seen this before, but remember I started this to make it a tutorial. But to dovetail, you're just going to fold your 2 pieces of ribbon in half, and then you're going to cut it in a V, just like that. So if you can see that, it's probably, there you go, it's just in a V. Oh, Vicki said she made one and put a small bow on one ear. That's cute. I didn't think about that, Vicki. That's a good idea. Okay. Go ahead and trim this. I'm thinking I might leave the ribbons just straight. I was thinking I was going to curl them up, but I'm kind of liking the way they look, just kind of draped down. So that's what we have so far. Okay. All right, the last thing I want to do for right now, like I said, I'll probably come back. What I'm thinking, I like the bow on the ear idea, but what I'm thinking, I'm going to put some kind of a fluffy flower right here, maybe just a little bit of ribbon. I've got some other ribbon that is not wired, not as big. It's just like satin. Was a grosgrain ribbon. I think I'll probably use that. Now, I want to use some of those. Remember we had these little tails left over on our greenery, and I'm thinking I'm just going to put some of that in the bow. Whoops. That just helps make the bow not look like it's just sitting on top. Just put some more glue on there. And two, it kind of helps you if you got a couple of bow loops that aren't cooperating. You can always use this and glue them where you want them. Like this one right here keeps on trying to sneak back up. I want him down there. And I'm just pinching in between those 2 ribbons. and then that'll secure that leaf there. I'm gonna put one more piece up here, I believe. Okay. And that kind of helps also. We remember we used that brown pipe cleaner. That greener will help to hide that brown pipe cleaner. I used the brown because I wanted it to blend in with the grapevine in the back, or the angel vine, I should say. So, all right, guys, that's what we have right there. And you can arrange these flowers however you want. You know, they're all wired. And I think that'd be a really cute gift for, say, you've got a loved one in a nursing home. I've got a friend who, her mother is in a nursing home. We've been trying to make her something small for each of the seasons to hang on her door at the nursing home. But that'd be a cute idea for that. Or say you wanted something in between your door and your screen door. This will fit in there. Or just something a little different than just a regular wreath for Easter. So, thank you so much for watching this. If you liked what you saw, if you wouldn't mind, please share it with your crafty friends. And you can follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram. I do have designs for sale on Etsy as well. And check out my blog at adorabledecodecor.com for more tutorials and helpful tips. Thanks again. Till next time. Bye-bye.